Hey, 8th grade. I am looking at part 2 of the Salmon game assignment for science class. This is the part where you have to write a claim, and I'm going to show you what my thoughts are on it and what I might have written if I was going to write a claim about this subject. I'm not going to write it all down for you. I'm just going to give you some information, so you're going to need to listen carefully. So the directions say, read through the following articles. You may need to hold Control on your keyboard and then click the link. After reading through the articles and playing the Stream Builder Salmon game, choose one of the following claims. Find evidence that supports that claim and provide reasoning for how the evidence supports that claim. Make sure to write in complete sentences. If you use direct quotes from the articles, please provide the proper in-text MLA citation. You are only choosing one claim. All right, so I'm just going to be honest. The first article has plenty of information to do this. So we are going to focus on that article. So right here, you can see here, are your possible claims. Claim 1. Oh, also, let me just highlight this. You're writing in complete sentences. And you're choosing one of the following claims. So we have to pick one. Claim 1 says the most important thing in salmon survival would be the environment. Claim 2 says the most important thing to salmon survival would be genetics. So let's think about that for a minute. In the game, in order to make the salmon survive, what kinds of things did we change? We changed vegetation, debris, soil, pebble, ratio. What else did we change? We changed the oxygen levels, toxins. There's a few more. I know there are. I don't have them memorized. But based on this right here, I feel like those are all environmental factors. They have a lot to do with the way the river worked. They have a lot to do with what was surrounding the river, how the water was. Was it toxic? Was it full of solids and unclear? We didn't really change anything about the genetics. That had nothing to do with what we've been learning. Although I'm sure genetics do play some kind of part, I have to make the claim that the most important thing in salmon survival would be the environment. Now, if you think claim 2 is the answer and you can support that with information you've gathered on your own, you can feel free to do so. But for these purposes, we are going to focus on claim 1. So let me show you why. This is the thing that you are going to have to write about. All right, you're going to have to put some examples as to why. Now, one example you could write about is all of this stuff. In the game, we changed all of these things, and they all had to do with environmental factors. Therefore, salmon survival is more related to the environment. But there's also some information in the articles, so let's look at them. This was the first article. Pacific salmon to the brink. Oh, I cut off the title. I apologize, but you guys have it. It's actually called Global Warming is Pushing Pacific Salmon to the Brink, Federal Scientists Warn. All right? And it says, the fish critical to local economies and the food chain were already under pressure from human infrastructure like dams. Climate change is turning up the heat. So look at right here in the title. Dams are hurting their population and climate change. Those are both environmental. So you can use that information as part of your claim and your reasoning if you would like to. Let's go into some more key parts from this article. It says, these populations will need help to survive the warmer waters, more acidic oceans, and changed seasonal stream flow patterns caused by global warming and other human impacts, says Lisa Crozier, a salmon researcher with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Fisheries Program, oops, I said that terribly. She is a salmon researcher with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Fisheries Program. and lead author of the study, published July 24th. They are very resilient and opportunistic. That's why we have hope. We just have to give them half a chance, she said. So she's saying that salmon are resilient. They can overcome this, but they have to deal with the warmer water, which is caused by global warming, and other human impacts. So that has the potential to hurt their population. Let's look at some more information. Human infrastructure, including dams and water diversions, were already affecting their streams, reducing the flow and reducing access to the coldest habitats that can serve as a hiding place for salmon during heat waves or droughts. Global warming is now intensifying these impacts. So if you'll recall in the game, we had to make the water really cold in order for them to survive. So this is key. The global warming lowering or raising the temperature, it's going to kill them. They can't survive in the cold water anymore. But dams and water diversions reduces the flow. That becomes a huge problem. And then it says, but beyond 2 degrees of Celsius of warming, compared to pre-industrial era, all bets are off. They can only survive within a 2-degree ratio, or else they're not going to make it. Also right here, timing is everything. Some salmon migrations coincide with high spring runoff from melting mountain snow. If that means that snow from the mountain melts, goes into the river and keeps the river cold. So if that's not happening, that's going to mess this up. So global warming is already disrupting these cycles from some salmon populations. Again, here's just some more information about that temperature. To spawn successfully, they need exactly the right combination of stream flows and temperatures at exactly the right time of year. But warmer temperatures are rapidly changing the timing of snowmelt and runoff in western mountains, making it harder for the fish. This would be great evidence to support a claim that environmental factors are more important in salmon spawning. So let's just think about it. Let's make some notes, all right? They need cold water. Global warming has thrown this off. Dams and other infrastructure impedes streams. What else? Let's double check. We got that. The water diversions, timing. Oh, more acid in the oceans. Can hurt the spawning. That just means less babies will be made. All right, so remember, you need to go through this information and then write an answer in your own words and in complete sentences. I really can't be more clear about that. I love you all dearly, but you're going to high school really, really soon. And if you get to high school and refuse to do things like write incomplete sentences or try to read things on your own, they're going to be like, that Miss Roberge that taught you last year, what was she thinking? So I would really appreciate it if you take the time, do this correctly, do it accurately. You got this. All right, my friends, good luck. This is one of your last science assignments. Super happy for you. Super proud of you all. And I gotta say, I think these salmon, they're pretty. I see rainbow salmon when I go swimming up in Massachusetts, and it is really cool. So we want to keep them alive. All right, my friends, talk to you soon. Bye.